Because I've stopped still, they're all approaching me. I haven't got any food, little one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You are very beautiful. Hey guys, welcome to Fairview Cemetery in Niagara Falls, Ontario, established in 1883. This cemetery was established or created during a time when Niagara Falls was growing rapidly, transforming from a small settlement into an internationally recognised destination. The land you're looking at was originally part of the Adams Shug farm, and as the town expanded, a permanent municipal burial ground became necessary, and 23 acres were purchased to create what would become Fairview Cemetery. And the man largely responsible for that decision is buried here. And I am standing at the grave of Morton Major Buckley, and he was the chairman of the cemetery committee in 1883. So Buckley didn't simply approve the purchase of this land, he named the cemetery Fairview. He oversaw its early layout and design. He helped plant many of the original trees that still define the older sections today. And he donated the iron and stone gates at the entrance that we walked through. And he also ensured that the very first burial here would be permanently marked, and for that we need to visit another grave. But let's take a look at Mr. Buckley's grave. This is awesome. There we go. He was born February 23rd, 1800s, and he passed away, 1830, and he passed away November 24th, 1907. He came from Lancashire in England, and he's buried here with his wife. But that is an awesome grave marker there. I love this. I know you got the shadows of the trees in the way, but take it from me, it's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Buckley. Appreciate you. So this is the final resting place of Thomas Whitaker, and on July 20th, 1883, Thomas became the first person laid to rest in Fairview Cemetery. And to mark that historic moment, Morton Buckley, who's just over the back there, personally purchased and erected a commemorative stone, I can't speak, at Whitaker's grave. So that recorded not only the name of the first burial, but the beginnings of Fairview's story. So Whitaker himself was not a famous person, but he's notable as being the first burial at this cemetery in 1883. Now, I know that the stone was donated in 1883, but this one at the bottom says erected by M.M. Buckley this 27th day of August 1907. Now Buckley, who's over the back there, passed away in 1907, so I wonder if this is a replacement, but I'm not sure. But regardless, Thomas Whitaker, the first burial at Fairview Cemetery. Let's carry on exploring. That's an interesting grave marker, isn't it? George W. Clark. I love the texture on this. This is just amazing. Very, very cool. Wow. So this is the Dett family grave. And also buried here is Robert Nathaniel Dett. Now he was born in Niagara Falls in 1882 and moved to the United States at the age of 5. He became the first black student to complete the 5-year music program at the Oberlin Conservatory of Music. He went on to become one of the leading composers and music educators of the early 20th century. Dett is best known for blending African American spirituals with classical music, helping bring them into the concert hall. And as a young man, he served as organist at the local British Methodist Episcopal Church. And that church was later renamed in his honour. That's pretty good, eh? Unfortunately, he died of a heart attack in 1943 while supporting the war effort through music. And today he rests here, back in his hometown. Wow, he was truly accomplished. Huh. So he wrote mainly religious songs, obviously, but including Listen to the Lambs. Rest in peace, Mr. Dett. Rest in peace. So we have Mother Charlotte and Samuel. Wow. The Dett family, guys. So I'm now looking for the grave of Stephen Peer. Peer was a Niagara Falls native born in 1840 who became one of the region's early tightrope walkers. He was inspired by the famous crossings of Charles Blondin, and he began to perform his own high wire feats over the Niagara Gorge in the 1880s. I think I've just found him actually. He worked alongside Henry Bellini, who was also a tightrope walker, helped promote and organise several of Bellini's crossings. Peer gained local fame for his daring walks, including a successful crossing on June 22nd, 1887. Using a very thin wire cable stretched high above the gorge. Tragically, just 3 days later, on June 25th, 1887, Stephen Peer fell to his death during a nighttime attempt to cross the gorge. Some newspaper accounts suggested alcohol may have been a factor, although rumours of sabotage circulated also. There is no documented evidence proving foul play. But unfortunately, Mr. Peer was only 47 when he passed away. So one of Niagara's lesser known but courageous daredevil nonetheless. Rest in peace, Stephen. Rest in peace. Stephen Peer. Feels like such a long time since I visited a cemetery. And thankfully I've got a nice day to do so. Look at the sky, it's cold. My hands are freezing. But the sun is out. And it is a beautiful bright day. drift around, look at that. It's beautiful. And that one over there, look. Just come across this one, the Brown family. This kind of caught my eye. That's William Henry Day, born at Butler's Barracks, Niagara, July 24th, 1852, passed away December 27th, 1907. He was a major in the 19th Battalion of Infantry of active militia, with his wife Jane Brown and their son Frank Wilson Day, and children of Henry and Mary Brown. Frank Brown, Mary Rankin. And this is Henry Brown, born, Bristol in England, 1828, died 1889. And his wife Mary Ann Wilson, born in Scotland. Oh, rest in peace, Brown family. This is such a nice cemetery to walk round, actually. It's very nicely laid out. If you get my drift. If you know what I mean. I know what I mean. And the big apple over there has just caught my eye, so I'm going to go and check that out. That's the Durden family. But that's really bright and lovely, isn't it? Rest in peace, Barbara. Peeping at me from around the tree. There he comes, look. See? And the other one's just gone up there. This is one of the things I love about cemeteries, is the wildlife. And I've seen loads of scarecrows, squirrels in here. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love it. So this is the Koopelo family plot. I'm here to see William Koopelo. Bill. Now, William was born in Niagara Falls in 1924, and he went on to become a professional ice hockey player. And there he is there. He played 47 games in the National Hockey League during the 1944-45 season, and that's with the Boston Bruins, before continuing his career in the minor leagues. After his playing days in North America, he moved to Italy, where he helped to develop the sport as both a player and a coach. He was part of a group of Canadian hockey professionals who contributed to the growth of Italian ice hockey in the post-war years. He later returned to Niagara Falls, where he unfortunately passed away in 2005. Today, he is remembered locally as one of the city's NHL players, and internationally for helping expand the game beyond Canada. Way to go, Bill. Way to go. Rest in peace, Bill Koopelo. There's quite a few of them here, which is not a bad thing, because it's nice that the families are together. But this is Koopelo. They are Koopelo, as is that. Rest in peace, Koopelo family. That is stunning. I absolutely love that. Philip Lococo. There's Philip, 1875 to 1927. And Loretta is the wife of Philip. daughter, Rose Ann Lococo, son Charles, and son Michael. Look at this, guys. I don't know if you can see because of the sun, but well, you can see a bit. That is absolutely beautiful. It is a pretty big cemetery, you know. Goes on forever. Well, not literally forever, but you know what I mean. I'm on one side of it, but it goes way over there also. Let's keep wandering around. I'm looking for the veterans section. Oh, squirrel. Hello, bye squirrel. Keeps hiding. Oh, that one. I kind of like that. And you see that one in the background up there. That caught my eye too. It's beautiful grave markers though. There we go. Can you hear the birds? The trees over there. It's always so peaceful walking in cemeteries, is it not? I know I have a few friends who do like walking around cemeteries. Can you chime somewhere? So I only came here to see a handful of graves, and I've got about 3 more to find, but it's actually quite nice just wandering around. Wow. I haven't found the veterans section yet, but I have a feeling it might be over near where that flag is fluttering in the background there. So we're heading that way. Very simple cross there. Unfortunately, all the letters and everything seem to have disappeared. So I do not know who that is, but rest in peace, whoever you are. So it kind of looks like there are soldiers' graves throughout. See, the taller grey ones are, from what I can make out, all soldiers mixed in with other graves, and I can see them all around actually. So there was that little section just over there where we just came from. So we shall continue to look around, see if we can find some more soldiers. Hey, look, there's some more there. Wow. Oh, there you go, Korean War, Gapyeong Battle Victory Monument. You read that. Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry 2nd Battalion. There's some history for there. Look at that. Wow, this is a really beautiful memorial. Sorry about my shadow. Wow. Some more soldiers down there. And here we have this memorial here. Look at that, beautiful. Lest we forget 1914 to 1918, 1939 to 1945. Oh wow. So those who lost their lives in the First Great War of 1914 to 18. I don't know if you can see those names. There we go. Look at these guys. This is beautiful. Such an awesome monument. Memorial. So that says, in honour of all Canadians who served with the United Nations and the North Atlantic Treaty Organisation in peace and peace enforcement operations since 1947, dedicated this day, this 11th day of November 2025. Yes, absolutely. And then those that lost their lives in the Second Great War of 1939 to 1945. Again, sorry for my shadow. I cannot do anything about that today. And then this one is in honour of all Canadians who served and sacrificed in operations conducted between 2001 and 2014 in the cause of bringing peace, stability and freedom for the people of Afghanistan, dedicated this 11th day of November 2025. Again, absolutely beautiful. My goodness, that is amazing. Thank you to all our service men and women. We appreciate you. What a beautiful, beautiful tribute. I don't know what these wooden bases are. I don't know if that's for future burials or whether there were stones there like these ones. Tell you what, when I come to visit the graves of the soldiers, I always feel so humbled. Because our words are not enough, are they, to adequately thank them all. I think this may be a tomb of the unknown soldier. And it is. Wow. I've just come to the other side to show you. These benches are absolutely beautiful. Aren't they? Rest in peace, soldier. Rest in peace, unknown soldier. I love this. Way to go, Fairview Cemetery. Way to go. Oh, I get so emotional. War, it's just, oh, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm not gonna say anything. So many lives lost. Soldiers and civilians. For what? Anyway, deep breath. Tissue donor memorial to the citizens of Niagara Falls who in death gave life the greatest gift of all. With respect and thanks we remember them here. Tissue donor memorial. City of Niagara Falls, Canada, erected by Mayor Williams S. Smeaton and members of council, October 17th, 1919. Awesome. Alright, let's carry on. Look at these trees, guys. Flipping huge. Wow. They're old. Really old by the looks of it. I love trees. That's all I've got to say about that, really. It's just, I love trees. Amazing. And then we go and chop them down. Squirrel. Here he is, peeking out the other side. Hey, squirrel. Hello. There he is. Hiya. Are you enjoying the nicer weather, darling? Are you enjoying the nicer weather? I can't see you because you're in the dark. Where are you going? It's okay. Just saying hi. Oh, there he is. Hi. Hello, beautiful. You are so, you look young. Hi. Are you going to come and say hi? Just don't jump on me though, okay? Because I'll freak out. You are beautiful, hello. I haven't even got any water, darling, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure you've got food somewhere. Enjoy your day. Take care. See ya. I love the wildlife. I'm going to head down there and see what that is down there. It's just really lovely. I probably say that about every single cemetery I visit, but I kind of, I do, I mean it. Let's go check out over there. So, some memory of our parents, Chick and Jean, or Jean, Lou. We present the Chinese community with this incense urn where families can honour their ancestors. Please sit and enjoy your family memories and respect the time spent together. And there is another, oh, the urn is there, look. I don't know what the pink thing hanging out of it is, but there. It's our pleasure to offer you a place to rest while you're visiting loved ones. That's beautiful. And this is Niagara Falls Red Maple Tree Garden. That is awesome. If you get a chance to come and visit this cemetery, guys, I'd definitely say come and have a wander around. They've got some really beautiful areas. I mean, look how this is all laid out. I love it. Willow's Rest. So you'll find, I mean, not now clearly because the weather is just starting to change, but when the plants and everything start coming out, you'll see all the nice flowers and the leaves on the trees. Oh, look at this. I love these little sculptures they've got around. They're wood sculptures, but I've seen a few now. Nice. Look at this, guys, all the spring flowers coming up. Me and my shadow, get out of the way. See all the blue coming up there? Nice. These trees are definitely fascinating me. I'll tell you, I'm such a simple girl, I really am. Show me some trees and I'm happy. And actually, I don't think I've been in a cemetery that's got so many benches. I mean, they are memorial benches, of course, but it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. I found another section with soldiers. Let's go and say hi to these soldiers and pay our respects. They gave there today for our tomorrow. Yep. They did indeed. So those ones at the front, 1938, 1939, up to about 1963 along here, 62, and then we have soldiers from the 70s here. I'm talking about dates of death. Oops. And then 80s on that next row, up to the 90s there, up at the back. So here is one of Niagara's most extraordinary river families, the Hills. So at the heart of it all, William T. Hill, or Red, born in 1887. His courage began long before the river made him famous. At just 9 years old, he ran into a burning house and rescued his sister from the flames. The first act in a lifetime defined by bravery. and as an adult he became known as the Riverman. He was officially credited with saving at least 28 people from the Niagara River. He also recovered well over 100 victims from the rapids. Definitely work that required, well, not just courage but resilience. In 1912, when the ice bridge below Niagara Falls broke apart, he helped warn people and pull survivors to safety. And in 1918, when a scow became stranded in the upper rapids above the falls, there were 2 men trapped for nearly 2 days. Red Hill was part of that rescue effort. That same scow still rests in the rapids. Red Hill wasn't only a rescuer, he also challenged the river himself, making successful runs through the lower rapids in a steel barrel. He even rescued other daredevils, including Jean Lucia in 1928. And the river was not a spectacle to him, it was work, it was duty. And his son, William Red Hill Jr., grew up working beside him. In one remarkable moment when Red Sr.'s barrel became trapped in the whirlpool, it was Junior who swam out with a rope to help bring his father safely ashore. The river was truly a family affair. In 1951, William Jr. attempted something even greater. He designed a craft of his own, a vessel he called the Thing. It wasn't a traditional barrel, it was unconventional to say the least. It was very different. He attempted to take the Thing over the Horseshoe Falls, reportedly to raise funds for a memorial to his father. The craft broke apart after the plunge. He was only 40 years old. And then there was Lloyd Major Hill, known as Major. Between 1949 and the mid-50s, he successfully navigated the Whirlpool Rapids multiple times in a barrel. He survived injuries and rescues, continuing the family's bond with the river. Each of these barrels represents risk and skill, and the belief that knowledge of the river could outmatch its power. But in 1971, Major's life ended not in the water but in uncertainty. He was found dead in a Niagara Falls police cell. A coroner's inquest ruled the cause of death as cause or causes unknown. Toxicology showed no alcohol in his system. Though a barbiturate was present, no blame was assigned. They saved lives, they risked their own, and they became woven into the history of Niagara itself. So the roar of the falls may never stop, and neither will the legacy of the Hill family, all starting with William T. Hill. And he is buried with his wife Beatrice. Rest in peace, guys. Rest in peace. So as far as I am aware, I don't know about Major Hill, but certainly William Jr. and William Sr. are here at this location. So I believe this is the grave of Robert F. Dunham, who died March 12, 1985. So while Niagara Falls is known around the world for its natural beauty, Dunham helped shape the man-made spectacle that grew beside it, the lights, the illusions and the theatrical thrills of Clifton Hill. So he founded Wax Attract, a Niagara Falls based company that designed wax figures and early programmable animatronics in the 1960s and the 1970s, long before immersive attractions became common, Dunham and his family were creating moving, talking figures right here in the city. And in 1971 he opened the original House of Frankenstein on Clifton Hill, combining wax museum realism with mechanical movement, special effects and walk-through scares. It is considered one of the earliest modern haunted attractions in North America. So it's not known whether any of his original figures still survive today, but the attraction still stands on Clifton Hill. And that's a reminder of the imagination and innovation that helped define Niagara's entertainment scene. So from this quiet resting place to the bright lights just a few minutes away, Robert Dunham's legacy remains part of Niagara Falls' story. So his marker is covered up with these two slates, so I believe here is Robert and Betty Dunham, so his wife. It's beautiful, well looked after grave. Rest in peace, Robert. Rest in peace, Betty. Thank you. That one, guys. Wow. That is awesome. I've definitely seen some beautiful grave markers walking around here today. Squirrels. Up the tree he goes. I love watching the squirrels. I know I've said that already, but now I'm saying it again. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Wow. I keep saying wow. I can't help it. That's pretty cool. Beautiful grave marker. So it's another Koopelo grave. I think this is the first wife of William Koopelo, Bill, that we covered earlier, Lucy. Wow. So this is another Lococo grave. But I've come here to see the grave of Edgar Chirp Brenchley. Now, Edgar was born in England in 1912, but was actually raised in Niagara Falls. And it's in Niagara Falls he began his hockey career in Canada. And as a young player, he moved back to England and competed in the English Hockey League, developing into an elite forward. In 1936, he represented Great Britain at the 1936 Winter Olympics, where the British team won the gold medal in a very historic upset that ended Canada's dominance in Olympic hockey. And after the Olympics, Brenchley returned to North America and continued his professional career, playing in the Eastern Amateur Hockey League, the American Hockey League and the International Hockey League. He later remained involved in the sport as a coach, and Edgar died in 1975, and he's buried back in Niagara Falls where it all began. Rest in peace, Edgar Chirp Brenchley. Awesome. So where is Mary's grave? Let's have a look, see if we can find Mary. She might still be alive, to be fair. I don't want to have killed her off. I can't see Mary. That's sad. Baby James. Rest in peace, baby James. Yeah, Mary, I wonder if Mary's still alive. But anyway. Chirp, Brenchley. Look at the back of this one, guys. It's so nice. Wow. These are just so beautiful, these type with the etchings on them, all the pictures. I love it. Absolutely love it. This is another beautiful one. You can just make it out, I guess, in the sun. The ducks at the front and the moon up there. Some trees and stuff. That's awesome. So guys, this is Ralph Bowman, born 1911, died 1990. Ralph Bowman was a professional ice hockey player and he was born in Niagara Falls in, as I said, 1911. He went on to play in the National Hockey League, including time with the Detroit Red Wings. And in January of 1935, the NHL introduced the penalty shot rule. On January the 10th, 1935, Bowman made history by becoming the first player ever to score on a penalty shot, securing his place in the NHL record books. So the very first penalty shot attempt in league history was taken 3 days earlier by another player, but it was missed. There you go. What an achievement. Ralph Scotty Bowman. Rest in peace. Look at this one. I mean, that's beautiful in itself, but then look at that. Wow. That is so awesome. Cemetery gates. Wow. Linwood wheels. Beautiful. Look at this beautiful bench. Isn't that just awesome? Wow. That is beautiful. I love it. Oh, I love everything. Just take it as read. That's a pretty cool fountain. No longer used as a fountain, of course, but that has flowers in it during the summer. Nice. This is really lovely, this one. Well, the whole cemetery is really lovely, to be honest with you. There you have it, guys. Fairview Cemetery is more than a resting place. It is a record of how Niagara Falls was built, not just by spectacle and tourism, but by ordinary people. Ordinary people whose lives shaped this community in quiet and extraordinary ways. From civic vision and creativity to courage on the river and dedication to craft. The stories here remind us that history isn't only found at the falls themselves, it's found in the people who lived here and the places like this where their stories still rest. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed our little walk around Fairview Cemetery. Certainly some interesting stories here and some interesting people for definite. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. That's up to you. But I can't stop looking around, seeing if I see anything else. I will see you at the next one. Take care everybody. See ya.